Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to paint a simple flower. So I'm going to pick up a size 4 and I'll be picking the color Scarlet for today. So let's dip our brush into the water, run it on the side to remove any excess water. If you still think your brush has too much water, you can always use a paper napkin. So let's pick up some Scarlet for today. I'm going to first show you some dots or shapes that you can practice. This is just like a basic exercise that you can practice before you start painting your flower. It will just give you a better idea and it will give you a better understanding of the various techniques you can use. Now that your brush is loaded with paint and water, let's start practicing some dots. So using just the tip of the brush, paint some dots. You can hold the brush anyway. I hold it at a slight angle. Okay, very simple. But next we're going to practice a shape. I'm going to just wash the brush. I'm going to add some water to this paint to make it lighter. I want a light wash. Hold the brush at an angle, I would say about 45 degrees. Okay, not vertical and not completely parallel, just about in the middle, and try to make shapes like this. There's no particular shape. You can take some more color. Okay. At this point, pick up some extra color and add it right here. You can do this one by one, or you can paint a couple of them just like this. Now wet your brush and wipe it on the napkin just a little bit. Your brush should not have too much water, and just run it back. Okay. We'll do this one more time. So I'm going to pick up some light color, hold my brush in this angle and make a shape like this, which is kind of, it's not really round. We don't need any perfect circles. And then I'm going to pick up a dark color and dot it here. So you have an option to either leave that color as such, or if you think it's too dark, you can just blend it a little bit. So now that we covered the basics, we're going to dive into how to paint a simple flower. So we're going to wet the brush first, pick up our Scarlet, and we don't need to lighten this too much. Just take a dark Scarlet and I'm going to start by painting 5 dots. I'm painting a very simple flower, so the dots need to be wet. So your brush should have enough water. At this point, you're going to wash your brush and slightly dry it on a paper towel. And with that wet brush, start from the dot and make the same shape as you practiced here. These are the petals. So you don't have to worry about painting perfect circles or round shapes. You just need to be sure of one thing, that your petals should be about the same size. That's all. Now while the petals are still wet, we're going to pick up scarlet again and just dot them here. Now looks like my petals had too much water, but that's okay. Since this was a wet surface, you can see the dark color blending into the light color. If you think that color is too dark, you can always wipe your brush and just run it back. Let's practice one more flower. So I'm going to pick up scarlet. There should be enough water on my brush, and I'm going to make about 5 dots. I need to wash my brush here and completely clean it and just wipe it a little bit, and using that same technique, I hold my brush at an angle and if you think your brush is dry, you can wet it again, clean it up. Because we don't want to carry the color into the other petal. Okay. Now while the petals are still wet, I'm going to pick up the scarlet again and make those little dots again. It's just to give your flowers a little more definition. You can run a wet brush, slightly wet brush again. I think this one turned out to be better than this one. Now for the center of the flower, we're going to pick some yellow maybe. Let's pick some yellow. And you could have made some tiny dots here in the center. That's all. If you think your dots are just sitting there and you want that blended effect, just run a wet brush very gently, and that's it. This is the most simple flower you can paint using this technique. Don't worry if you see your colors blending, like the yellow blending into the petals or the petals blending into each other. It just gives a very loose effect, which looks very beautiful. So you don't have to worry. So I hope you enjoyed watching this lesson. I'm going to link all the art supplies that I used today in the description. And if you have any questions, you can always let me know in the comment section. You can also subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at simply.seema. I often post these kind of tutorials there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.